Hello and welcome. My name is Portia. In today's class, we will be using stretches to help find our center and our balance for everyday activities. You will need some space to move. You can be barefoot as I am, or wear shoes if you prefer for support. Let's come to the center of our space and stand with your feet right outside of your hips. Soften the knees. Spread your toes wide, even if they're in shoes, and bring your arms down by your sides with the pinkies in and the thumbs out. Take a big shoulder roll and inhale through your nose and exhale, release the shoulders back and down. Exhaling through the mouth for 2 more shoulder rolls. And now swing your arms back to open the chest and then reach forward and up to stretch underneath the arm and down the side of your torso. Breathe in, reach back, breathe out, reach up. 4 more times. Feel how your body is responding to the arms as they go back behind your back and then reach above the head. 1 more time. Reach the arms up, and as they lower down, lift your right heel, shifting the weight to the left, and then switch. As they lower down, lift the left as you switch the weight to the right foot. Alternating back and forth. Noticing how different it might feel on each side. Keeping your spine long and tall, as if there was a wall right behind your back. On the next heel lift, lift your right foot and just tap the toes to the floor. Leave your arms by your sides, pick up the toes and circle the ankle. A couple times in one direction. And now the other. And here we're balancing on the left leg. Place your foot down and reach the arms up. Lower the arms and now lift your left heel. Find the balance on your right leg. Lift your left foot and circle 4 times in one direction. And then the other. Notice how different it feels to balance on this leg compared to that leg. I know, it's different, right? Reach the arms behind you and then up. Behind and then up. 2 more. Moving your arms and your shoulders with ease and grace, leaving both arms up. Side bend to the left and right. Reaching up out of each hip. As your arms reach up overhead, reach. Now press the arms in opposite directions. 1 up, 1 down. 1 more set to each side. Bring both arms down by your sides. Walk your feet in so they're closer together. Bend your knees and hip hinge. Reach your arms behind you. And then circle the arms up and around. Hinge and tip. This is a stretch for your hips and the backs of the thighs, your hamstrings, across the glutes. It's also balance because we're bringing our chest forward. 2 more. Last time. And release the arms to your sides and roll the shoulders again. Notice how it might feel different now to roll the shoulders. Keeping your arms by your sides with the pinkies in and thumbs out, look to the right and feel the stretch across your left side of the neck. Reach both arms behind you and then look forward and reach your arms up and over the head. Bring your arms back behind you and turn your head to the left, feeling the stretch now along the right side of the neck. Look forward, arms up. Look to the right again, arms behind. Reach up, and then arms back. Look left. One more set, moving slowly, challenging your balance as you look from one side to the other. Reach the arms, and then bend your knees and let your arms fall down. Keep both heels down. Bend, straighten. 2 more. Last time. And release. Go ahead and open and reach. Pull in and bend. Reach and stretch. 2 more times. As you open the fingers wide, it's a stretch between the webbing of each fingertip. Leave your arms out, fingers wide. Reach back behind you and then slightly in front. 3 more times. Opening across the collarbone and chest. This is great for your posture and for standing balance. Bringing the arms back down, turn the palms to face the side of the thighs, and then lift both heels, reach your arms back. Lower, lift just the toes and reach your arms chest height. Toes down, heels up, arms back. We'll rock back and forth. When you lift the toes, it's not the whole foot, just the ball of the foot stays down and your toes lift up. Lower the toes, lift the heels. 4 more. Toes, heels, toes. 2 more. We got this. Straight up. Straight down, toes up. 1 more. And release. Bend the knees. Little shake and a tiny little bounce. Now lift your shoulders, roll them back and down. Bend the knees. 3 more. Feeling even more open and release through the shoulders, through the chest, and even the neck area. 1 more. Stepping your feet out wide, moving into our first sequence. Press down through the edges of each foot, through the pinky edge, and reach your arms just behind your back. Palms facing forward, thumbs out, pinkies in. Bend your right knee and keep your left leg straight. Hip hinge forward. I'm going to place my hands right here at the hips so you see where I'm bending. Bend and straighten. Keep your left leg straight. Now allow the arms to come back and then front. 2 more times. Same thing on the left. Keep the right leg straight. This is a wonderful stretch for the inner thigh. Bend your standing leg. This is the left leg, this time hinging at the hips to bring your chest forward as the arms go back. 2 more. As the arms go back, it's a great chest stretch. And now reach the arms forward. Go back to the right. Pause there. With your left leg straight, reach down towards your right toes and then up. 1 more time. And now we do the same thing with the left foot. Bend and reach for the toes and stand. Notice the arc that the arms are making. Alternate right and left. Bend and reach and stand and stretch. Bend and reach, stand and stretch. 2 more. Stretch and stretch. Going back to the right, we'll add on. Tap and bring your right foot in with the heel up, and then lift, lower, reach out, bend again, and stand tall. Left side, bend and reach for your left toes, stand up, tap your left foot in, reach and reach the arms forward, tap, come out, bend, and stand. Putting all of that together, right side first. Tap your right foot in as the arms reach back, and then lift forward to balance. Tap down right by your left foot, and then step out, bend, and stand. Left side. Bend, tap your left foot in by your right. Lift your knee with the arms in front. Tap down, reach out, bend, and stand. Right, tap in, lift, lower, reach, bend. Now to the left. Right foot taps in, knee lift, tap, reach, bend, and stand. One more time to each side. Step in, right foot to meet the left. Lift your right leg, tap, reach out, bend, and stand. Bend the left knee. Tap your left foot in by the right. Lift, lower, reach, bend, and come up. Roll the shoulders. Pivot to the right by lifting your left heel, and then turn your right toes to the diagonal. Bend by placing your hands onto your right thigh. Lower the left knee to the floor. Uncurl the toes. Bring your left hand down, right hand down, and then lift up into a high kneel position. In this position, just bringing the hips forward is going to activate a stretch in the front line of the thighs and your hips. This is also, when we reach back, what we call chest expansion. Bring your eye gaze just up slightly, keeping your chin tucked in, so you're not lifting up like this, just right here. This will expand the space across your collarbone. Sit back onto your heels, and then reach the hips forward as the arms go back. Sit, and then open. 2 more times. This is a wonderful move to create better posture in your upper back and body, and in the hips, especially if you sit a lot. From here, hinge at your hips, walk your hands underneath your shoulders, spreading the fingertips wide. Make your spine and back nice and long, knees underneath your hips. Sit back for a stretch for under the arm and down the torso and the sides of the hips, and then drag yourself forward. Back and front. Stretch and release. 2 more. Now from here, walk your hands back, open your chest, and sit. 2 more. All fours again, fingers wide, sit back, and come forward. 2 more. As you come forward this time, lift your chest and bring your back right leg forward, keeping your left knee underneath the hip and your right knee over the ankle. Place your right hand on top of your right thigh and stretch forward, lifting your left arm. Take your left hand to your right thigh, tuck your left toes under, and then lift into a low lunge. This is a wonderful stretch for the front of the hip. Reach towards the floor, and then bring your left foot in. Now lift the chest and reach both arms out. Here we're in a balanced position. You can come right to the tippy toes and take your arms back, and then lower the ball of the foot, bring the arms forward. Rock forward and back. 2 more times. This time, try to float your left toes off. Feel the balance. Anytime you need to, tap your left toes down, and we hold for 3, 2, 1, land your left foot and open up to the front into a wide stance. Pivot to the left, lifting your right heel. Up, pivot, and bend. Coming into the 90-90 lunge again, bring your hands to your left thigh, lower your right knee, untuck the toes, and bring your left knee back to meet your right. From here again, open the chest by reaching your arms back. Take a seat and bring the arms forward this time. Hips forward, arms back. 3 more times. Sit and stand. I'm calling this a stand even though we're still on our knees. It's what we call a high kneel. 1 more time. Opening the chest and the front of the hips. Tip at your hips. Bring the hands down underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then sit back and come forward. 2 more times. Come back, come to high kneeling, open your chest and hips, sit back and reach the arms forward, thumbs up. 2 more. Hinge, come back to all fours, and then sit back and come forward 2 more times. From here, come up by bringing your left foot forward, knee over the ankle, tuck under your right toes, bring the hands to your left thigh, rise up, feel a stretch as you bring your chest over your left thigh. Here's the stretch in front of the hip, all the way up to the front of the thigh. From here, hand can stay on the thigh, and you can tap up and lift, hovering the toes or keeping them in contact. You can reach both arms. 2 more times. And now stay balanced. 3, 2, 1. Land your right foot and open. Let's put all 3 of those blocks together. Bend your right knee, sit back and stretch and open. Bend, tap in your right foot. Lift your right foot to balance on your left leg. Tap down, tap wide, bend and stand. Bend your left knee, reach for your left toes. Stand up, reach again, tap your left foot in by the right. Lift your arms and your left leg. Tap down, tap out, bend again, and rise. Pivot to the right by lifting your left heel and turning your right toes. Hands to your right thigh. Bend and lower your left knee. You can reach for the floor to uncurl the toes. Send your hips forward and arms back. Take a seat and reach forward. Chest and hip opener. 1 more time. Walk your hands forward, all fours position, sitting back and coming forward. 2 more. Walk back, bring your right foot forward, hands to your right thigh, tuck under the left toes, lift into your lunge with your chest over your thigh to bring in the stretch. I'm going to leave my right hand on the thigh as I tap in and lift. Lift a little higher, higher. Now hold, and I'll release my right arm. Keep looking down and forward so the back of your neck is long. Land your left toes, open up with your left arm, pivot to the left. Pick up your right heel, bend, come on down, knee to floor, uncurl your toes, bring your left foot back and lift the hips forward. Chest opens as your arms reach back, and then sit. 2 more. Walk your hands forward to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and sit back and come forward 2 more times. Walk back, bring your left foot forward, hands to your left thigh, tuck under your right toes, lift up with your chest over your left thigh, keep your left hand on the thigh, and then lift, lift, float. This time we hold and reach. 3, 2, land softly with your right toes. Open up, and we lather, rinse, repeat the whole thing again. From here, bend your right knee and reach for your toes. Come on up to open your chest. Bend and stretch. Tap your right toes in by your left. Lift your right knee with the arms. Ooh, tap your toes down. And step out. Bend and stand. Left knee. Bend and reach. Stand up and open. Bend and reach. Tap your left foot in by your right. Lift up your left knee. Tap down. Reach out. Bend. Straighten. Pivot to the right by lifting your left heel and turning your right toes. Hands to your thigh. Left knee down. Try this time. Keep your chest up, bring your right knee back. Open the chest and the hips. Sit to reach your arms forward and lift. 2 more. Squeeze the shoulders back as you lift your chest. Hinge at your hips, find the floor, hands under your shoulders, all fours. Sit back with a long straight spine and come forward for 2 more times. Walk your hands back, bring your right foot forward, tuck under your left toes, rise by straightening your left leg, reach your left arm out, and we tap the toes and lift, land. You can keep your right hand on your thigh 2 more times. Reach with both arms, hold for 3, 2, 1, tap your left toes, reach, big stretch, pivot over to the left, come on down, untuck your right toes, bring your left leg back, open the chest and hips, sit and reach forward, and open. 2 more times. Hinge at your hips, bring your hands under your shoulders, all fours. Sit back and come forward 2 more times. Keep the back of the neck long. Rise up, bring your left foot forward, hands to your left thigh, tuck under your right toes, rise up, tip forward, stretch. And right arm. Lift your right toes, land. Lift, land. This is our airplane. Last time, hold 3, 2, 1. Tap your right toes, open, and we do 1 more round. Bend your right knee. Stand and stretch. Bend the right knee, tap in by your left foot. Lift your knee and the arms. Tap, reach wide, bend, and stand. Left knee bends. Stretch and reach. Step in with your left foot. Lift your left knee. Tap, open, bend, stand, pivot right. Come on down, bringing your left knee to the floor. Untuck the toes. Release your right foot back. Open your chest and your hips. Sit. 2 more. Bring your hands under your shoulders, all 4s. Sit back, stretch forward. 1 more. High kneel, right foot forward, tuck under your left toes. Rise up and tilt your chest over your thighs. Reach your left arm, hover your left toes and land. Airplane, land. 2 more. On this last one, we stay, reach and hold. 2, 3, 4, land, open, pivot to the left. Lower down. Take your left foot back, uncurl all 10 toes, open your chest and hips. Sit back and open. 2 more. Find all 4s, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Sit back and come forward, flexing through the shoulders and the hips. 1 more time. Rise up, bring your left foot forward, tuck under your right toes. Straighten your right leg, bringing your chest over your left thigh. Reach your right arm down. Lift and land. Option is to leave the toes on the floor or hover into the lift. 2 more. Hold balance. 4, 2, land, lift your right arm and stay in the wide position. Circle your arms back, up and around. 2 more. Hold your arms up, bend your right knee and stretch your left arm up and over towards the ear. Reach your right arm behind you and then up to center, arms wide. Bend your left knee, reach your right arm up, left arm back. Stretch and rise. 1 more to each side. Breath in to stretch, out to rise. In to stretch, out to rise. Walk your feet back in and underneath your hips. Bring your arms by your sides. Imagine there is a wall behind the back of your head. Feeling yourself straight and tall. Reach the arms out with the thumbs up, fingers wide. Bring your hands in your peripheral vision. Lift your right heel. Center the weight. And then swap. Now notice my head is not moving much. I'm transferring the weight from one foot to the other with little to no effort. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Land both heels. Reach your arms behind you. Eyes forward. Soften your knees. Take a deep breath in. Reach the arms up. And then straighten your legs to release the arms by the sides. Roll the shoulders 2 times. Standing perfectly still. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me, Portia, for this wonderful class, and I look forward to moving with you again soon.